Listen, I love my 3rd-gen 4runner, but I've always had an issue with these cup holders that go above the radio. These arms will break every couple of months, and this is gonna be the 3rd one I replace. Now, before I did that, I saw this video from MansalaWorks where he made his own dash insert to hold a phone and a radio. I've been practicing Fusion more and more, and I decided to take this as a challenge to make my own design, print it myself, and then hopefully adjust it to my own needs, make it modular, and hopefully in the future start creating this type of product to sell for more people that are in the car community and 3D printing community. So this is a little video of the journey of how I did this design. I printed it and I successfully mounted it on my car. So come along and check it out. So the first step was to take a couple measurements from the dash itself with the calipers and putting it on paper. So this is where it started. I made a couple rough sketches based on what I measured from the base to the front of the insert to make sure everything aligned with the grooves that a trim already had. I don't want to really go too far from the OEM design, and I wanted this mount to mount without drills or any hardware, so the fit had to be precise. This is what the hole looks like. So the idea is to leave space for these grooves on the side and really just keep it very tight, so that way I don't really have to worry about it moving around. So this one fits, but it's a loose fit. As you can see, it rattles, it slides very easily. And what I want this to be is a snug fit, so it really doesn't need any hardware to keep its position. I don't want it to rattle whenever I'm off-roading. There's a lot of vibrations. So it has to be something that's very snug, very hard to put in, very hard to take out, but it really is not something that moves too much around. So I started making the design of the fascia, the front of the mount. I began doing the body, the base of the insert, just making sure it was snug enough. This to hold into the rails. The top grooves, just replicating what was on the original cup holder. I don't know if it does anything. Other than that, I did the holes for the inserts. Now this is where they come in. These are heated inserts. So with a soldering iron, I heated up the insert and just melted it into place. After that, I went to the face. Now the face was a hard thing to replicate for the angle following the OEM design. It's similar, but it could have been done better. It's a very complex shape for my experience, but I'm pretty pleased on how it came. And after that, I did replicate the radio holder just because think of anything else I can put. So I got an insert, a button head screw to hold the radio. This goes from the clip of the radio. It fits pretty good, I'd say. This is the design after printing. It just holds it pretty well without clipping this bottom part, which would be a pain to just remove. So this is how that came out. And at the end, all in all, pretty good, simple design, very easy to print. So I would say it came out pretty well. Right now I'm figuring out, because I have a manual transmission, it kind of gets in the way a little bit, so I would just have to make a clip for the back to pull the cable behind it. It's nothing too crazy though. I'm very happy with how functional this will be, because I really don't have anywhere to put my phone while I'm driving. Even though I do have CarPlay, it's still nice to have the phone here because I get calls and whatever it is, and more so whenever I go off-roading. Since I don't have the premium version of Onyx Off-Road, Android Auto doesn't play it on the CarPlay, so I have to have it on the phone. And this doesn't have to be limited through the phone either. It can be a small iPad mini. The mount will be able to carry that weight. It just depends how you position it so it doesn't block your shift knob. But all in all, pretty much a very functional arm to move the mount wherever you want. Pretty exciting. I'm trying to figure out all the things I can mount as compared to the radio clip. If you have any ideas, just let me know. Let's see what we can come up with. But thank you very much for watching the video. It's been fun doing this little project, and I'm gonna try and get more and more going on these next couple of weeks. More of as a challenge for myself. And it's always fun to make little stuff, you know, see things you drew, print it, and now you're actually using. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.